The UFC's debut in Canada's capital city is in the books. It was a long night in Ottawa with more than 250 minutes of fight time, but the fans got their money's worth. In the main event, Stephen Wonderboy Thompson likely cemented his place as the next welterweight title challenger with an absolutely dominant unanimous decision win over Canada home fan favorite Rory MacDonald. Thompson never let MacDonald get started and was a couple steps ahead of him for the bulk of their time in the cage. He broke MacDonald's nose in the 5th round and turned his face into a bit of a horror show on his way to his 7th straight win at 170 pounds. When you consider his 2 wins before the fight with MacDonald were first-round stoppages of Jake Ellenberger and former champ Johnny Hendricks, it should be of little surprise that Wonderboy called for a title shot against the winner of champ Robbie Lawler and Tyron Woodley, which headlines UFC 201 late next month.
Hopefully, yeah, man. After this fight, I mean, I've finished Jake Ellenberger in the 1st round, Johnny Hendricks in the 1st round, and one of the toughest fights I've ever had was with this guy right here to the right of me, so I want that title shot, baby, yes.
If he gets that title shot, Wonderboy believes he's most likely to be fighting Lawler, and that's the fight he said he wants. In the co-main event, Donald Cerrone continued to look good in his move up from lightweight to welterweight. He took out Patrick Cote with a 3rd-round TKO for his 2nd straight win at 170 pounds. Keep in mind, Cowboy's move to 170 came after he was stopped in quick order by lightweight champ Rafael dos Anjos in a title fight in December. But Cerrone isn't ruling out a return to 155, not by a long shot.
I don't know. I like 55, I like 70, either way. Whatever the fastest trip to the next fight is. So if it's 55 or 70, that's the route I'm going.
He said there are fights he certainly still wants at 155 pounds, but more importantly, the notoriously busy Cowboy said the ability to fight at both 155 and 170 just means he'll have more opportunities to fight. And that means more opportunities to add to his Zuffa record for fight night bonuses. He picked up yet another $50,000 check for his stoppage of Cote. UFC Fight Night 89 set a new promotional record with 6 stoppages in the 3rd round. In fact, only 1 fight ended inside the first 10 minutes. Krzysztof Jotko knocked out Tamden McCrory in 59 seconds, but everything else went into the 3rd round and the main event went the 5-round distance. UFC Fight Night 89 featured a great comeback submission win by Joe Soto against Chris Beal, and Misha Serkinov pulled off one of the slicker arm triangle chokes you'll see. Steve Bose and Sean O'Connell swung for the fences and got bonus checks for their crowd pleaser. But in the end, it was the welterweights on display. Cowboy Cerrone turned himself into a welterweight contender, and Stephen Thompson turned himself into a likely welterweight title challenger. And that was what really mattered at UFC Fight Night 89.